What's up, dog, everybody? It's Torrential Downfall. Today, I want to talk about Katie Price. Katie's been in the public eye since she was a teenager. From the beginning, she was defined by how she looked rather than who she was. The glamour model image followed her everywhere, and the media's made sure it's never left. But behind this image is a life that's been genuinely difficult and distressful. In 2018, Katie was held at gunpoint in South Africa alongside her children, Junior and Princess. Six armed men carjacked them. Princess later described looking out the window and a man staring into her soul, threatening them and demanding that Katie hand over her children. That's a traumatic incident for anyone. Katie's also spoken publicly about being sexually abused as a child and as an adult. These aren't the things that get discussed when people talk about Katie Price. Instead, the conversation's always around her relationships, her finance, her appearance. Speaking of relationships, yes, she has had a few. Her marriage to Peter Andre was played out entirely to the public. Their relationship, their breakdown, their children, all of it consumed by a media that treated it as entertainment. Katie was rarely given the dignity of privacy. And then there's her current partner and controversy surrounding him, including allegations of scams involving Dubai. Again, it's very complicated. Again, something Katie has had to navigate publicly while the world watches and judges. But I want to spend some time on something that genuinely moves me. It's on Harvey Price. Harvey is Katie's eldest son. He's partially blind, autistic, and has Prader-Willi syndrome, a rare genetic condition occurring in about 1 in 15,000 babies. He also has learning disabilities and behavioural difficulties. Katie's raised Harvey largely alone. His father, Dwight York, has not been actively involved in his upbringing. A commentary on how Katie raised Harvey and currently looks after him has been relentless and often cruel. People who've never spent a single day caring for a child with such complex needs have felt entitled to criticize every decision she's made. The reality is that Katie has changed, Harvey's belly twice a night at some times, taking him to all of his appointments and also, having to manage his medication. She's not only looked after him like physically, but also fought for his education. She sat in Parliament to campaign for Harvey's law, pushing to make online abuse of disabled people a criminal offence. And Harvey needs that law because the abuse directed at him online has been horrific, mocking his appearance, his disabilities, just making fun of a young man who's done nothing to deserve any of it. Like, there's an opportunity to laugh with him, have a joke at, certain, one or two things, but to just constantly hurl abuse at him and mock every single thing he does, it's too much. When the abuse has intensified, Katie went to the police only to be told that, the online abusers couldn't be charged. This is why she fought for change. And the people commenting on Harvey Price online, the ones mocking him constantly, sharing, indecent images of him, making him the subject of cruelty, should maybe reassess the reason why they're doing this. Where is the shame? He's a human being. He deserves dignity, and his mother's fought harder for him than most people fight over anything. Katie Price is not a perfect person. She's made mistakes publicly, repeatedly. She's been declared bankrupt. She's breached a restraining order. She's driven under the influence. These are all very serious incidents, and I'm certainly not dismissing them. But, she is also a woman who's been sexually assaulted, held at gunpoint, subjected to decades of media scrutiny, and raised a child with extraordinary needs, largely on her own, all while the world treated her like a soap opera. She deserves more nuance than she gets, is what I'm trying to say, and Harvey deserves more protection than what he gets currently. But my real worry is the attention that her and her relationships get, as well as the mistakes, which we all make, mirror a lot of the attention Caroline Flack got. And what worries me is that I would not want her to have a similar ending to Caroline. And for that to never happen, we as viewers, commenters, the media, as a society, need to be more kind and caring and supportive as a community. Look, thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, do something nice for yourself today, as long as it hurts no one.